Hi, this is Ron Pinkerton, the Thunderbird Tech Coach. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to schedule a WebEx meeting with pre-scheduled or pre-assigned breakout groups. So we're going to go into our WebEx meeting. So just under the home, we're going to click on meetings and we're going to schedule a meeting. So this is a meeting that is not in your personal room. This is a pre-scheduled meeting. And we're going to do that. We've gone through videos on how to set these up before, but breakouts are a little bit different. There's a little more to do with that. So we're going to start. We have our meeting set up, the meeting type, the topic, whatever we want set up there. There's a meeting password. We can schedule the date and time and the recurrence. And here we're going to invite our attendees. So I'm going to go ahead and just add a few just to get a group of our teachers and administrators in here. And let's see. Let's see, let's just give me a couple more here. And all right, so that gives me, a few attendees to join the meeting. I can, add up to 1,000 people in my meeting. So then we're going to go down to show advanced options. And we have a lot of options here. What we're going to be looking at is the scheduling options. And I'm going to see that I have quite a few options here, setting up co-hosts and what co-hosts can do, the video system, I don't need to worry about that. I can set mine to automatically record if I'd like, exclude the password, enable breakout sessions. That's the ticket, right? We want to enable breakout sessions. And then at that point, I can pre-assign breakout sessions. Now, I don't have to have this set up. I can do that within the meeting. But if I want to set it up beforehand, I have a large group of people that are meeting, and I don't want to have to worry about doing that while they're waiting for me to organize those. Although it doesn't take very long to do that, especially if you want to randomize those. I can click that pre-assigned breakouts, and then I can start to make some decisions here. Now I can set up how many groups I want. I've got 8 people. I want them to be in groups of 2. So I can set up 4 sessions, and that tells me exactly how many people are in the session. Now, if it doesn't work out mathematically, it's going to have one group that's smaller than everyone else. If you're doing groups with 2 participants and you have 9 people, it's going to mean that somebody's sitting in a breakout room by themselves. So just be aware of that. So at that point, I can set that up. Now, if I create these groups automatically, it's going to randomly place them into groups. Okay. But if I know that Ron Pinkerton and Patrick Henry really shouldn't be in the same group together because they're not going to get anything done, then I'm going to want to manually assign those. Okay. And so that's going to create those breakout sessions for me. Now, this is going to be very similar to what you're going to see in WebEx if you were doing it at the time. Okay. But I have a little more time. I can do this ahead of time. So now what I have is I have each of these breakout groups, and right now they've got nobody in them. So what I can do is I can choose, who do I want to be working together? Well, I know that Jason and Angie can work well together, so I'm going to click them, and then I'm going to assign them to breakout session 1. Now notice they're removed from the group. Okay. Now, Dawn and John are going to work together, so I'm going to assign them to group 2. Okay. Lane and Patrick, assign them to group 3, and Carly and Nadine are assigned to group 4. Okay. Now I have that ready to go. Okay. Now, if I realize I'm going to add some more people to the meeting that I didn't have listed before, I can start adding them if I would like. Okay. And if I can add them to the individual sessions and just do some organizing there. If I, now that I have those breakout sessions done, I can click done here, right? I have these set up. I can create it. Now I can always go back and edit this. I can always change it. If more people come to the meeting, if I go here and I want to add some more people, attendees, then I can go back to the pre-assigned breakout sessions and add more. So let's say that I am going to add, don't want to do that. I am going to add 2 more people. So I'm going to add Alex Fowler and Aaron Breyer to that meeting. Okay, so now I have 2 more people added. Now I go to my breakout sessions and I look at those pre-assigned. Notice 2 more people have shown up. I have 4 breakout sessions, but I still want them only working in groups of 2. Then I click add session. Now I have breakout session 5. I add those 2 people. I assign them to breakout session 5, and I'm all set. And I can go back and see. Now, I realize that since Alex and Aaron joined late, right, and I really probably don't want them working together because you know how they can get, I'm going to move one of them to group 3. Okay. Now, if you look, group 3 has 3 people. Now I can take Patrick and I can move him to group 5 to even things out. And that's that simple. At that point, I create, it's set up, it's there. I can go back and edit. It tells me how many people are there. If I add more people to the meeting, let's say I add one more person. Let's go with Melissa. I add her. Now she's part of the meeting. And now I have one more unassigned person. Okay. And so since I have that odd number, I don't want poor Melissa to be on her own in a meeting all by herself. So I'm going to assign her to breakout group 5. And now breakout group 5 has 3 people in it until I get somebody else there. I hit create, everybody's assigned, I'm all set. So I'm ready to go for that meeting. Once the meeting starts, when I'm in the meeting, I just click the start breakout button just like I would in a regular class meeting where I've set up the breakouts there. And then I can run the meeting with the rest of the settings as I normally would in breakout groups. So that's how you set up a meeting prior to. It only works in scheduled meetings. It doesn't work in the private rooms as of yet. But who knows? WebEx is always improving, right? So I have this all saved. If I want to save this as a template, then so that I can come back and use the same breakout groups in the future, I have that option as well. And then I start my meeting and I'm ready to go. Okay. So there we go. That is setting up a breakout room in WebEx, setting out breakout rooms in a pre-scheduled meeting.